Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashemi Hawashai, Bahashemu Kakadash. It's the Elder Bishop Iathon back at you with another video. And just gonna be a quick video here. Oh yeah, so shalom to the household of faith, to you members of the elect, both you brothers and sisters out there. All right, so Apostle Tahar uploaded a video, I think it's pretty recent, 2 hours ago. Will DJ Trump introduced MOTB to America? What prophecies Elon referring to being fulfilled? He was basically streaming and commenting on a video by the brother at GMS Las Vegas 144, I believe is the name of the channel. So anyway, Apostle Tahar said something, a phrase, and I said, you know what? I said, that's a video right there. That's a bar. You know what I'm saying? That's a bar right there. And by the way, see, this is why other Israelite camps, they don't come with the full truth. They restrict what they say. They play nice. They trim the message, right? To show love. Because I just got this strike. I don't know what the hell this shit means. My Fire Cures Leprosy channel, as you can see here. Hi, Fire Cures Leprosy. To help keep our community safe, we limit some of our more powerful features to channels who have built and maintained a positive channel history. So that is going into the whole social credit score thing. If you're not nice to people, if you're not nice socially, you get punished, right? Maintain a positive channel history, or who have provided verification. As of now, your channel doesn't have sufficient channel history. It has lost access to advanced features. This may have happened because your channel did not follow our community guidelines. Now, I know it has sufficient channel history because my channel's been around for a little bit. And so because I didn't follow channel community guidelines, because I recently got a hit on one of my videos, which I didn't contest it, which I should, because a bullshit ass hit. But anyway, here's the things I can't do. I can't do things like get higher daily limits for live streams. I can't embed live streams. I can't pin comments. I can't add external links, And so this is why, see, I don't really give a F, honestly, because I'm not using this channel to make money. It's not going to cut my monetary gains because I don't do these lessons to make money. None of us do. But you have Israelite camps that's what they do. They have their YouTube channel. They rely on it for monetary gain. They teach for hire. We don't teach for hire. We just teach because the Most High put the Spirit on us to teach. But we don't teach for monetary gain. Okay? So this shit right here, whatever, who cares? As long as I can put videos up. So let me segue back to this. So I'm going to play a small piece of the video because Apostle Tahar said something and I was like, you know what, that's a bar. I'm going to just, Lord's will do a video on it. So without further ado, like my man MTR, mediocre tutorial review. Without further ado.
Elaborate on that. Now, he could tell the truth.
Let's rewind.
Now, I really believe he's saying that now that Trump is in.
So let me rewind a little bit. Apparently, Elon Musk said something about a prophecy being fulfilled, which I don't know that statement. I'll have to kind of research it. Maybe I'll do that on this lesson. So let me just hit play real quick.
Flip them nines upside down. What do you think?
Right there, 666.
Now, I really believe he's saying.
Oh shit, man! I didn't mean to do that, man.
Life
Fuck,
and living processes.
Shit, bro.
You're living, right?
Let me see. I might have been over there.
Upside down.
That's the spirit. I went right to it. Damn.
What do you think?
I was trying to make the screen a little bigger.
Now, I I really believe he's saying that now that Trump is in there, this prophecy can be fulfilled. Now,
Somebody should ask him, what did you mean by that statement? The prophecy has been fulfilled. Could you elaborate on that? Now, he could tell the truth, or he can just give you some verbal diarrhea. He can just tell you, blow smoke up your backside. But see, we pick it up a different way. We believe that he knows, and they have to know because they watch us. The elite watch us. There's a dossier on me, man. They said that Tahar, the leader of the GMS, they mentioned Nathaniel, Bishop Nathaniel, and the Iuic, and I believe if they got dossiers on myself and Nate, they got dossier on General Yohana and the rest of them, Sakari.
Okay, so hold on. So they have, I'm pretty sure they got dossiers on all of us, every one of us, especially at the main GMS camp, because, our dealings on 34th and 7th, a lot of us have been in and out of the system, just different things that happen. So I'm pretty sure they do on all of us. But of course, you got the Apostle T's is on top. So, but you know what? Let's do a quick experiment. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling. I'm gonna say it again. Just ChatGPT, use it. Use it, don't abuse it. Okay, so let me see. Name prominent. Now, I've never done this. The Spurs just told me to do this right now. Prominent leaders or faces of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Now let's see what happens. See what happens. Okay. Arnold, Josiah Ford, Ben Ami, Rabbi Caper, Zion Lex. They got Zion Lex on there? Damn. General Yohana, okay, which Apostle Hart just said. Chief Priest Alazar, which Apostle Tar just said. Tazadak, they spelled his name wrong. Look at that, even ChatGPT, they don't have Apostle Tahar on here, which is very weird. Let me see. But trust you me, he's at the top of the list, all right, because GMS is pretty much the most raw, most feared out of all of them, because we just go, I'm gonna be honest, the reason why people know, now these got Tazadak, I guess that's Tazadak of IS, of the one that died, Alazar, Johanna. So General Johanna been around. He's the only one really that's on his list. I'm not sure how far Zion Lex goes back. I see GJC, okay, so with Tazadak. But pretty much what I was saying is that the top Israelite leaders that you know of now was really GMS that made their names known, because when GMS came on the scene on YouTube in 2007, that's when the Hebrew Israelite really started blowing up. Even though there were Hebrew Israelites already on YouTube, but when GMS got on, that's when the Hebrew Israelites went viral, online, was because of Great Millstone. That's a fact. So let's see, what about Apostle Tahar? Watch, I was going to be like, oh yeah, sorry, forgot him. Watch. I don't know, let's see what happens. There we go. So how come they didn't list him? I'm telling you, man, they want to keep a hush on us as much as possible, all right? Because this is where the real deal is. What? Apostle Tahar is a prominent leader within the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Kind of shit. Apostle Tahar, like other leaders in the movement, is known for his bold teachings, which include interpretation of the Bible that asserts black people are original Israelites. Tahar is also involved in outreach and public speaking. Okay, they must be they must be talking about something. Nah, they got this shit confused. Let me see. Okay, man. See, you got to drill down, man. This is just like the Blue Letter Bible. The Blue Letter Bible, you know, the Blue Letter Bible, the Bible dictionaries. You have to pick out the fucking bones because they'll mix in the truth with lies. I mean, we just seen it right now with artificial intelligence. Straight up fucking lied, and you had to drill down for it to actually get to the truth. But you see how they try to leave the man out. You know, there's a reason for that. So it says now let's read this. Apostle Tahar is a prominent leader within the Great Millstone GMS, one of the most influential and widely recognized factions of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement, which you know that's a term they came up with so they can categorize us on paper, so they can build a case against us. They had to make up a straw man, BHI, because we don't call ourselves Black Hebrew Israelite, and we never use the term Black Hebrew Israelite movement. The Hebrew Israelites is a nation, and they're different shades of brown. And right now, through the process of mixing races, so to speak, and mixing seeds, you know, you got even Israelites, Hebrew Israelites that look like Edomites, you know? So anyway, Apostle Tahar is a prominent leader within the Great Millstone GMS, one of the most influential and widely recognized factions of the BHI movement. GMS is known for its strict, literal interpretation of the Bible, and its members assert that African Americans, as well as other people of color, are the true descendants of the ancient Israelites. Apostle Tahar is a key figure in the GMS leadership and is considered one of its founding members, having helped establish and promote the group's doctrines. Under his leadership, GMS has gained a significant following, particularly through a strong online presence. What did I say earlier? I said the other leaders became known through Great Millstone online, because when we got on YouTube, we flooded it with the word, and the Hebrew Israelites went viral. Okay? So this is a fact right here. You know, so ChatGPT knows is like, you know, giving the props for this, and Slack Elmi giving us props, and we have to be careful about that. So it has nothing to do with us. Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has used us. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, because that's what Moses did. Moses kind of gave himself props, and the Most High got pissed off. So it's not about us, but the Most High did use us as the messengers to bring forth His word through the internet, which was a technology He created to do this very thing. But He used Great Millstone to bring His word out. So it says, Apostle Tahar is a key figure in the GMS leadership and is considered one of the founding members, having helped establish and promote the group's doctrines. Under his leadership, GMS has gained a significant following, particularly through a strong online presence, including YouTube channels where Tahar and other leaders regularly share teachings, debates, and lessons from the Bible. Okay, key aspects of Apostle Tahar's leadership and teachings, right? He did say they have a dossier on him, and they do. Doctrine of Israelite identity. Like many in Hebrew Israelite movement, Apostle Tahar teaches black people, you know, which we say so-called, which they refuse to use that as well. Black people are the true descendants of Israelites, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Are the lost tribes, and in fact African Americans, Native Americans, and other oppressed peoples of color. He and GMS strongly emphasize this identity in their sermons and outreach. emphasis on the Apocrypha. See, we're known for digging in. You know what I'm saying? We're known for digging in. Emphasis on Apocrypha. One of the defining aspects of GMS teachings under Apostle Tahar's leadership is the use of the Apocrypha, books that were removed from the Christian Bible in the 16th century. GMS incorporates these texts into their doctrines, which sets them apart from some other Black Hebrew Israelite groups. 3. Militant and confrontational approach. GMS, and by extension, Apostle Tahar, is known for its militant tone and confrontational stance. Though I am rude in speech, I'm not rude in knowledge. Particularly against Christianity, modern-day Judaism, and other religious groups, members of GMS are outspoken in their belief that traditional Christian churches misinterpret the Bible, and they have been vocal in their criticisms of what they perceive as false doctrines. And that's a good thing to be known. That's a good report to have yourself, as a representative of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because of what the scriptures say, that we have to cast down all false doctrines and all imaginations. We cast them down because that's what a man of the Lord would do. Verse 4, focus on prophecy and end times. Apostle Tahar and GMS place a strong emphasis on the prophetic aspects of the Bible, particularly those related to end times. They believe that the coming of the Messiah, whom they refer to as Yahweh Shai. Man, I say this in my videos all the time. The world knows the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son through Great Millstone. If it wasn't for us, that name would not be so as widely known. There would be no controversy over those names because we push it so hard. They believe that the coming of the Messiah, whom they refer to as Yahweh Shai, is imminent, and the oppression of Black people will come to an end. Strict adherence to the law. Like many Black Hebrew Israelites, GMS advocates for strict adherence to the law. Yes, we teach about the law. Of course, through faith we establish the law. But we know about the faith. We know that you cannot be delivered. You can't be saved by the law. If that was the case, there would be no need for Yahweh Shai. It's common sense, bro. Let me see. Online presence. GMS has a large following on YouTube and other social media platforms where Apostle Tahar and other members regularly upload videos to teach and spread their message. Controversial beliefs and practices. GMS and Apostle Tahar's teachings are often seen as controversial due to their militant rhetoric, criticism of other religious groups, and exclusivist views. The group's teachings often include strong denunciations of mainstream Christianity, white supremacy, and other religions, which have led to criticism from a variety of sources, including mainstream Jewish groups, Christians, and other Black Hebrew Israelite factions. Man, they got us down to they study us, man. Public outreach. GMS members, including Apostle Tahar, engage in street preaching, often in urban areas where they deliver their message to passerbys. This public presence has garnered both support and backlash. Whew, this is dope. In summary, Apostle Tahar is a central figure in the Great Millstone camp of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. His teachings have helped shape GMS into one of the most visible and controversial Hebrew Israelite groups today, with a strong emphasis on identity, prophecy, and strict adherence to the Old Testament laws. Yo, this is a great report card. So let me do this. And again, this is a spirit having me doing this. I never did this before. So let me see. Differences between, I just want to dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. Between GMS and Israelite United in and Nathaniel. So I don't know if he's King Nathaniel, Bishop Nathaniel, Grand Emperor Nathaniel. I don't know what his title is now. So I'll put Bishop. Hopefully he doesn't get angry with me because I didn't say King or whatever his title is now. So Here, let me make it more fine-tune this. All right, I'm curious. What it going to say? Okay. Let's see. Apostle Tahar, Great Millstone, and Bishop Nathaniel of IUIC are both prominent leaders within the BHI movement, but they lead two distinct factions. Can I make this bigger? Oh, yeah. Two distinct factions with differences in their interpretation of the Bible, methods of outreach, and organizational styles. Here's a comparison. Okay, doctrinal differences. GMS under Apostle Tahar is known for strict literal interpretation of the Bible, including the Apocrypha. So when they say literal, because we know we look at the scriptures spiritually, so we know some scriptures are literal and some are symbolic, So when they say literal, my interpretation of that means that we don't sway away from the scriptures say. We kind of pretty much stick to what the script says, So literal interpretation of the Bible, including the Apocrypha. GMS places a strong emphasis on the prophetic end times and often uses aggressive language when condemning mainstream Christianity. I quoted the scripture earlier, though I am rude in speech but not in knowledge. Modern day Judaism and other religious institution. GMS teaches that so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, blah, 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 are the true descendant of ancient Israelites, and they also place a great importance on identifying the mark of the beast. Man, what? And the upcoming return of Yahweh Shai. Okay? This is Ezekiel 33, right? Around the 30th verse, When this thing shall come to pass, then they shall know a prophet has been among them. But in the meantime, they're talking shit. Hey, let's hear what these GMS niggas got to say. They're talking about the mark of the beast. Ha, ha, ha. It's June. Ain't no microchip here. Ha, ha, ha. And, talking all this jazz. And then when the things come to pass, then they shall know a prophet has been among them. Okay? But this solidifies it right here. GMS is known for prophesying about the end times, the prophets, right? That's what the prophets do. Jeremiah 28:8. Prophesying about the mark of the beast, and prophesying about Yahweh Shai's return. That's what we're known for. And those are great things to be known for. GMS practices strict adherence to the Mosaic law, and its teachings can get very confrontational in tone. Well, it says Yahweh Shai was an austere man, right? So, hey, IUIC, led by Bishop Nathaniel, share similar beliefs about Israelite identity, but they are generally more organized and structured than GMS. IUIC also teaches that black people are true descendants of the Israelites, but IUIC approach tend to be more disciplined and polished with an emphasis on unity and order. IUIC avoids using the Apocrypha as core text, focusing more on the Old and New Testament. Okay, well, that's to their detriment because the Apocrypha contains much information, and it, if you will, fills in gaps that you might have in your understanding of things that happen in the Old Testament. Like because of the Apocrypha, you can understand much more the history of the 10 tribes of why they came to the Americas. How did they end up in other islands? That's because of the Apocrypha. We understand what happened with after the death of Alexander the Greek and how the Greek Hellenization was spread and how wickedness was spread rapidly after his death. That's in the Apocrypha. The Maccabean Wars, Hellenization, that's all in the Apocrypha. I don't watch enough IUIC videos to say whether this is factual or not. But now that I think about it, the videos that I have watched, I don't think I've ever heard them go into the Apocrypha, to be honest with you. So here, IUIC is less confrontational and typically adopts a more moderate approach to outreach, avoiding the kind of aggressive language and public rebukes common in GMS. Yeah, well, that kind of pretty much shows that GMS, we teach in the same manner as the apostles did in the times of Yahweh Shai, because they spoke in the streets and many fights happened, And this is why Paul made the statement, I'm not rude in speech, although I'm rude in speech, not in knowledge, And this is why they put hands. Some of them got stoned, stoned to death, got hands put on them, landed in jail because of the way they spoke. Garnered a lot of hate as well as garnered a lot of support, you know? So IUIC is less confrontational and typically adopts a more moderate approach to outreach, avoiding the kind of aggressive language and public rebukes common in GMS. Their group also emphasizes spiritual growth and community building, which, yeah, we're not into community building. The Most High told Jeremiah, pray not for these people, you know. Now, the community that we build is what? The sanctuaries. The Lord said he was going to make us as small sanctuaries in all the countries where we're scattered. So we community build among the brotherhood, yes, but not with the 2/3 and strangers, you know, heathen. We don't community build with them. That's not scriptural. And furthermore, the Lord says he's coming to separate, you know. The Yahushua came to separate the elect from everybody else. So with a significant focus on morality, family, and personal discipline. It sounds like the Christian church to me. So methods of outreach. GMS, Apostle Tahar. Street preaching. GMS is well known for its aggressive street preachings and the open rebukes of passerby. Members of GMS often hold public debates and challenges, especially against Christian preachers and other religious figures. No compromise. GMS does not usually compromise on its doctrines, which you can't. Why would you can't compromise on the truth? That's Revelation, the last chapter, you know, about those who add or take away from the book. The Lord says he's going to add the plagues written in his book unto them. So you're not supposed to, you can't compromise on the scriptures, on the truth, right? Even was it Apostle Paul said, if any angel even comes to you preaching something other with what you'll learn, let them be accursed. So that means no compromise. When did Yahushua compromise on what he taught? Never. Matter of fact, he died for what he taught. He didn't compromise. No compromise. GMS does not usually compromise on its doctrines and is most likely to speak directly and forcefully, sometimes using offensive language and provocative tactics to get attention and deliver their message. You know, and also that's a tactic, right? It's a tactic. GMS also engages in online debates and videos often challenging mainstream ideologies. IUIC. Orderly outreach. IUIC places a significant focus on order and discipline in its street teachings. IUIC members often wear matching purple and gold garments, how cute, and stand in formation, very cute, presenting themselves as a unified military-like organization, right? Because their leaders come from the what do you call that? They come from they're detectives and police officers, so that's how detectives and police officers and organizations that form themselves after the order of Masons, you know, which you watch how IUIC stand and their garments, even their garments, the design. As IUIC had a design team. They had designed the colors, they had designed the way the garments looked, and the way they were designed as Masonic attire. The apron, everything is designed in Masonic attire. The way they walk is a Masonic attire. You know, the formations, Masonic. It's just the truth. I'm not talking shit. It's actual, factual. Family center. IUIC often places greater emphasis on attracting families and fostering a sense of community, which that's not in the scriptures. You know, scriptures say that though you have wives, it should be as they have none. You know, and you don't read about the disciples teaching with their families, out there teaching with their families. You know, IUIC often places greater emphasis on attracting families and fostering a sense of community. Their outreach and events tend to focus on building a supportive network for Israelites and educating them about their heritage in orderly structured way. Attitude towards other Hebrew Israelite groups. GMS is often critical of other Hebrew Israelite groups, including IUIC, particularly over differences in doctrine and their approach to the truth. Apostle Tahar's group often sees itself as the most authentic and direct representation of the Israelite message. Okay, well, if you read this whole thing I read, that seems to be what the public perception or opinion is as well. Because when you read up top, what I read it is talking about how we're very literal. We're known for the prophecies, for reading the scriptures. We're known for diving into the Apocrypha. So yeah, Apostle Tahar's group often sees itself as the most authentic and direct representation of the Israelite message. They frequently criticize IUIC for being too moderate or not holding fast enough to the stricter interpretation of the Bible. Exactly. You can't be loose with the interpretation of the scriptures. So they got it down pat. GMS tends to view other Israelite groups as compromising on key aspects of doctrine, such as the use of the Apocrypha or the unwavering approach to the law. Now, it mentions GMS, how we are very strict about teaching the law. And I haven't read that yet about IUIC, even though they boast that that's their strong suit, is the law. Strange, ain't it? Okay, so let's read about IUIC. I'm not talking shit. I'm just reading I'm reading AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, IUIC is generally less vocal about attacking other Israelite groups, but there is still a significant doctrinal tension between IUIC and other factions, including GMS. IUIC is known for being more focused on maintaining unity and less prone to public conflict or internal divisions. They tend to focus more on promoting their own vision of Israelite identity, which includes a less aggressive public image compared to GMS. Yeah, so their own vision of Israelite identity. Position on women, GMS, Apostle Tahar. GMS has a patriarchal view of women. Well, that's 1 Corinthians 11:3, where their role is often limited to supporting men in the faith and raising children. GMS tends to be more traditional in its interpretation of gender roles according to the Bible. And the group is sometimes criticized for its views on women's subservience, right? Because that goes into what? GMS not compromising on the scriptures. So of course we're going to be traditional. Traditional means what? You stick to the Old Testament laws. You stick to the hierarchy the Most High created. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Yahweh Shai said what? He came not to destroy the law nor the prophets, but to fulfill. Paul said what? Yea, through faith we establish the law. We don't compromise. We don't modernize. Okay? So yes, we don't believe women should be out there in a blistering cold or in a blistering heat teaching and debating and possibly getting caught up in a scuffle or a fight. Okay? Or children. Women don't belong on a battlefield. Not sure why there's such a issue with that. GMS is also known for promoting a very strict interpretation of the law of Moses, and this extends to women's clothing, modesty, and behavior, right? What I just said. IUIC also holds a traditional view of women's roles, emphasizing that women should be modest and supportive of their husbands. Cool, that's good. However, IUIC has developed programs for women, including groups designated to educate and empower them within a context of Israelite identity. Women in IUIC are often seen as having important roles in teaching children, keeping the family unit strong, and supporting their husband's spiritual leadership. IUIC tends to have a slightly more inclusive and supportive approach to women's role within the organization. Okay? I mean, that may be, and if that's how they do things, that's how they do things, but we don't include women in those intricate matters. And as you can see with IUIC, they got women left and right uploading videos against them, talking ish about them, you know. So yeah, it's not a good idea to have them that involved, because the Lord says He's going to raise up the sons. You know, 1 Peter 2:9. We are to be a royal priesthood. The priests are men, and the Lord says He's going to raise up your sons to be priests and prophets, not the women. You know, so when you bring the women around, it causes confusion. You know, and women, for whatever reason, they hate on each other. Eyes start wandering to other brothers. You know, especially their higher rank. Or other brothers' eye may be on your woman if they think she looks good. So it just breeds nothing but wickedness, right? So it's not a thing about hating women. It's a thing about keeping the order. You know, Yahushua called 12 disciples who became apostles. He didn't call any women into the ministry. And when and Slakia, you know, I'm quoting the scriptures. You can go look them up. So I'm just kind of flowing right now. And when his mother came to see him, right, and they said, "Hey, your mother's here to speak to you." He said, "What?" He said, he pointed to his disciples. He said, "This is my mother, my brother, my sister. This is my family." Okay. So tone and style. GMS, Apostle Tahar, aggressive and uncompromising. The tone of GMS is often more aggressive and confrontational, especially in its online context, content, and street preaching. GMS is not afraid to challenge people directly, including those within the Hebrew Israelite community. GMS is sometimes criticized for its militant rhetoric and the way they engage in debates, often using fiery language and intense criticisms. IUIC, Bishop Nathaniel, structured and diplomatic. IUIC's tone is more disciplined and diplomatic compared to GMS. The group strives to present itself in a professional and unified manner, with a focus on discipline, order, and maintain the integrity of the Israelite message without engaging in overly aggressive tactics. And that's why we say we called them, you know, or other Israelite groups like that. We say the more kinder, friendlier Israelite groups, and it's not an insult, you know, but it's just the facts. They're kind, they're friendly, world friendly, right? And GMS is a little bit more strict, you know. While IUIC may also use strong rhetoric, it tends to be less combative, especially when interacting with the public or other Hebrew Israelite groups, except when it comes to GMS, because I've heard them say some shit, and that's not even true. GMS never ran any other camps off the block. I've seen these guys do it, you know. Conclusion: while Apostle Tahar, GMS, and Bishop Nathaniel, IUIC, both lead groups that adhere to the belief that black people are the true descendants of the Israelites, their methods, tone, and emphasis differ significantly. GMS is characterized by its militant, confrontational approach and its uncompromising stance on doctrine, while IUIC is known for its orderly, community-focused outreach and somewhat more moderate approach to engagement with the broader public and other Israelite factions. So this lesson took a little bit. No, come in. I'm doing a Bible lesson. Yeah. So this lesson took a little different turn than I originally intended, but I'm gonna come back and finish this right here. You know, I'll do this in another video. But so anyway, I hope this was edifying to y'all, and I'm saying shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakadash, shalom.